They say when the center cannot hold things, when the center cannot hold, things fall apart. So our theme this year, Mr. Bishop, is that they all may be one. That they all may be one. It's very well aligned with your theme, which centers on love. They cannot be one without love. Okay? They cannot be one without love. And that is what Jesus prayed for. You see, such a meeting of the Synod is an opportunity to appraise your bishop. To say kama mnaenda sawa sawa ama mwendi sawa sawa. When you come at the conference, there is a conference studying committee ambayo I report to. It is them to tell me whether tunaenda vizuri ama tuendi vizuri. It is them to correct me. I cannot be corrected on Facebook and WhatsApp. Tunajua where we sit. On the other hand, I've endeavored with the help of my standing committee and my executive to help this church to come up with a strategic direction. Do you know why the children of Israel circled around Mount Seir and the other mountain for 40 years? They lacked strategic leadership. That's what they were lacking. God has shown them the way. Lakini some of them brought in confusion. Kina Miriam wakaanza kufikiria wao ndio better than Moses. You know, one of the strategies of the enemy called the devil is to distract the leader. When a leader is distracted, watu wanazunguka mlima tu. So, they had no strategy. Walikuwa wanaona the country they were going to. They were seeing it from afar. Haikuwa mbali. But they circled around for a long time. So our strategic plan began with the meetings of strategic leaders where we met at Kaga, all St. Kinoru. You came and you gave your opinions na tukaziandika. Tukaenda Nairobi tukafanya the same. Tukaenda huko Mombasa tukafanya the same. I wish now to report to Bishop that we now have a strategic document, draft 1, which we are working on to make sure that by June we have a clear way forward. I remember when I was elected, I said I will give the church a strategic direction in 3 months, in 100 days. And I have achieved that by having the first strategic document, draft 1, adopted and passed by the conference standing committee. So we know where we are going. And my hope, Bishop, sir, is to have this strategic document aligned with all other synods, circuits, and even congregations. What I realize is that there has been many gaps. The conference is not an animal which works on its own. The conference is just a coordinating office. It's a coordinating office. And so that coordinating office must be in tune with what happens in the synod, circuit, even congregation. And that is how we want to move. The whole Methodist Church must move together in one direction. So this conference team, led by myself, is giving you that strategic direction so that we move together. And I want to pronounce here proudly that we do not have now bishops who are pulling from different directions. My bishop's council is complete. There is no dissenting bishop. We are together as a council of bishops. So now we are giving the same encouragement to the synods to stick together, circuit to stick together, congregations the same, so that we move. And even those who have contrary opinion, they are invited in. Wacha wakuja watuambie vile wanataka wakiwa ndani. Speak from inside. You see, in a meeting, in a good meeting, we say, majority have their, but also the minority have their. So come and register that opinion of yours. Useme, hivyo majority wamesema ni sawa, lakini this is my opinion. Please register this. Na tunaenda pamoja. We don't disagree all the time. Tunajua in another opportunity we also agree. People don't disagree all the time. Ama? Especially Christians. We have nothing to disagree about all the time. So, we came with that strategic plan, and I want to finish by giving you the 7 strategic areas of focus that we want to look at, and that the bishop is going to help us, and also the circuit stewards, the superintendent minister, chairman of churches. Please note this. The pillar number 1 I want to look at is spiritual formation and discipleship. The single most important business of the church is spirituality. When we are not in giving time and allocating even resources to enhance spiritual formation and discipleship, we have a problem. The Rick Warren theory of discipleship talks about, it's a circle. The crown is the outer circle, then is followed by members, then is followed by disciples, then at the core are the owners. Pillar number 2 is stewardship, resource development and management. Stewardship, resource development and management. Na niseme wakati tunaongea resource development and management of property, some of them start talking of Nairobi, where we have a few properties. Most of our properties are within the churches. Number 3, media and digital ministry and innovation. Kama vile tunaambiwa, we are using our media very negatively. Very negatively. Let's use media positively to build our church and to build the image of the church. Media is supposed to talk about publicity. Okay? Social justice, peace and reconciliation. Vile Bishop anasema kwa dhimu yake, let's bring the first love. Kwa yale makanisa ya Revelation, the church in Philadelphia inaambiwa, you have, mumeacha ule upendo wa kwanza. Upendo wa kwanza. As Methodists, kama watu Mount Kenya Synod, turundieni ule upendo wa kwanza. Tupendane as a church. Na kupendana sio kusema kwamba tuongee lugha moja. We don't have to be uniform to talk well of each other. Okay? Social justice, peace and reconciliation. We want to strengthen family, children and youth ministry. Can I see people here who are 35 and below? Please stand. Those who are 35 and below. These are the people who are 70% in our population. 70%. These are the people who are supposed to be the majority in the church. If you do your statistics, They are not many. They don't represent 70%. They don't. So tuna kibarua. If we are saying the population is 35 and below are 70%, those who are ministers, can you sit down? Those who are ministers. Sasa hiyo ndio congregation tumeachiwa. I want to urge them, Bishop. Even in our leadership, let us include the youth, not necessarily by 70%, but it should be a sizable number in the leadership. These are the people, please sit. These are the people with first degrees, second degrees, and even third degrees. Watch you. These are the people who are now earning good salaries. These are now the people with the energy. These are the people with the knowledge. They are a resource. And if we go in our congregations, if you find as a chairman, kanisa yako haina 70% youth or 50-60%, no, you have a challenge. Kankwenda kuthiria ikiwa kanisa tunitete bwega na ndo babu karibwaya. Mwari yangu wa kanisa nitete bwega tu bisi. Na ndo baba karande kanisa ine. Na hivyo babu. Iba na babu tete bwega. Tulingaringire niwe. Watorombera. Waturevya. Watuenda. Watu support. Kinyua itaturukana. Na kukuende kuombe. Mwadhani hapo karimu sana. God bless you.